Hey, welcome back to another video. As you might have guessed, today I'm taking the 752 over to Cannock Chase for a bit of a spin. These bikes always bring so much attention when you take them on the trails, and it's great to have a chat with people interested in them. The same way it's great to chat with you guys, and what you seem to be interested in was the elastomer suspension and how it worked. So today, I'm going to show you. I've done a few laps, recorded a few angles, so hopefully we'll see what's going on. Let's get out there. This first feature is what I'd call a small rock garden roller coaster. It's not too challenging, but should work the suspension with the uneven surface and the very small drops between the slabs. Remember, this suspension has barely any travel, so look closely. The first shot is attached to the handlebars, watching the front suspension on the Vector. You can definitely see how the linkage works, but how much does the elastomer really squish? Okay, it does a little bit, I'll give it that. I don't think the same can be said for the rear though. The most I've seen that move is when the saddle is loaded with my arse and I'm pedalling. Not much movement, if any, over these rocks. The second feature is a series of 3 rock gardens. The second one has a drop of around 10 to 12 inches, I guess. I was having a nightmare with that small drop today. I kept almost chucking myself over the bars, but it seems to have actually got some okay shots. I'll slow the shots down, but you can see how the elastomers will stretch out and then compress to absorb the bumps. Pretty cool to see, but I don't think I could feel it in the moment.
I almost went out there. Oh God.
The third stop, the berms. These are nice smooth corners on the blue trail, and I really just thought they'd give some nice rolling shots. I didn't really expect to see any activation of the suspension, and there really isn't. But it looks good. So yeah, a quick look at those old elastomers. Without looking back at the footage, I honestly couldn't tell you how much work they were doing. I could see the front end moving, but the back end, I wasn't sure if it was doing anything. I think looking at the footage, the rear elastomer is more effective at taking out a small amount of trail buzz when pedaling in the saddle. Out of the saddle, and I think your legs are going to do more work. The front note, that works all the time. Sure, it might take out some buzz, but at the end of 12 miles, I still had aching wrists. Can this old elastomer suspension handle a modern single track? Yeah. A few squeaks from the now dry joints, but the bike survived and it got the admiration of fellow riders. If I spoke to you that day, hey, hope you had a nice ride. But for the rest of you, thanks for joining me on my ride. Maybe it's answered some of your questions. And yeah, I look forward to riding with you next time.
You right?
Nice, very nice.
You like it?
Yeah, I'm perfect.
Alright.
Jesus.
Old versus new then, kind of.
Yeah. Proper retro Stevie, not there.
Oh yeah. First time out, and it's given me a bit of creaks now. I was a bit worried coming down that last section.
Suspension was that like Elastomers or something?
Yeah. I don't know how old they are either. So they're a bit firm, but they work just about.